All right, lovelies. All right, I'm back. And this is technology. So we are here. So let's do what we do in this community. And that is to go ahead and activate the success mind. And we're going to bring our heart and our mind present. Bring our heart and our mind present right here, right now. We're going to take a good healing deep breath in and exhale. Just let everything come to divine relaxation and rest. Yes. Next, healing deep breath in. Exhale. Returning the focus and attention inward to the rich inner life of the kingdom of God that is within. And we rest. From the crown of the head to the soles of the feet, we rest. We relax. We're so thankful and grateful for another day, for another opportunity, for allowing us to safely transition into another year. And we're so thankful and grateful for new. We breathe one more time and exhale. All right, lovelies. I apologize for that little technical glitch. All right, but we are here. And because we are here, we're so thankful and grateful for another day, for another opportunity to be here. All right, this is our early morning empowerment. Years ago, I used to do early morning empowerment. I started like once a month on the first Monday of the month, and then it progressed over the years. And I only do it now during the first week of the new year so that I can have a prophetic release. So go ahead and invite people, let them know that I am here. I am sorry for the confusion. I know they may see that other stream and think that's it, but that's only a few seconds long. So we are here, 2024. So with that being said, beloved, we are so blessed and so honored that we get to do this. 2024, day number one. This is going to run for 7 days at 7 a.m. Eastern. I know on the West Coast it's earlier, like 4 a.m. In some places it's 4 p.m. But that is the beauty of us being here gathered together at this time. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. And you're going to see me referring to my notes because there is so much to be released. And I'm talking depth. And I'm talking quality, not so much as quantity, because that's the ego mind. The ego mind want to hear a lot. It wants to hear, stuff that will tickle it and make it feel good, but then you don't do anything and you don't gain anything. So the first thing I want to do is, as we enter into this container, enter into this sacred container that we will be in for the next 7 days, as we sanctuary here. Every day will build upon the last day. So with that being said, I want to lay this foundation, beloved, about how to handle the prophetic. Because many times we are getting prophetic words. We may even be in a prophetic house with a prophetic leader, somebody who's deeply discerning and intuitive and hearing directly from spirit, from God, from source, whatever language works for you. But a lot of times we don't understand how to handle the prophetic. So I want to lay that down very clearly that, listen, when words are being released, especially when there is a word from God beyond what you see, sense, feel, and hear, right? When God is speaking, we want to particularly handle that with care, and we want to be conscious and cognizant of what's being said. So what I'm going to do is we're overlapping some things, but we're in this decade, right, of the 2020s. And I'm going to back up because 2024 is a major impact year. I want you to write that down. And what that means by a major impact year is that this is another year of major shifting, major change, major transformation, major portals are open, and things are ready. Now, you're going to hear me make a distinction between 3D, 4D, and 5D as it pertains to us moving forward. And we're laying down prophetic word from 2024 into 2030, right? And that will give us that whole decade from 2020 going into 2030. But I want to back up because I want to bring you into the heart and mind of what has been happening and what is transpiring for us. You see, beloved, if you don't know how to shift your mindset and shift your focus and intention, you're going to be trapped in the matrix. You're going to be trapped in the bubble, trapped where you are, where you're looking at what's happening in 3D and you're going to get depressed. I'm going to tell you right off the back, I am not a doom and gloom prophet or somebody that's always on the negative, but it's also my responsibility to let you know what's happening in 3D as well. So let's tap in to what is happening. And I'm sure that you know some of this, but we're laying a foundation because we want to build. We want to build as we go because so much is happening. So much is going to be happening. So this is what we want to do. Hey, Berea, Happy New Year to you. So I'm in the right one now. So let me get the comments pulled up on YouTube and on Facebook. Y'all give me a grand rising. Let me know that you hear me, especially those who be chiming in on Facebook before I get going too good and I realize we're having a glitch. Somebody let me know you can hear me, you can see me, everything is fine. All right? So come on in. I want you to come into this dimension of where we have been moving and traveling with the Almighty, right? So when I say 2024 is a major impact year, I want to go back to 2012, right? For our sake in the modern era, that was a year of a major shifting, major impact, major change. Really and truly, we can go back to the beginning of this millennial. I'm saying this, I'm going somewhere with this, beloved. Stay with me. Really, we can go to the beginning of the 2000s and we could start tracing how in these increments, major things have been happening, major things have been changing and shifting. But for today, I just want to land at 2012 because that was a year of what we would call the Great Awakening. That was a year when everything started shifting out of an old paradigm and into a new. And from 2012, the next major shift was in 2016. And I shared with you how I knew that we were in a time of major impact in terms of civil liberties. Things begin to change and to shift in a major way. And of course, we all recognize what happened in 2020 and what is continuing to go on. Now, 2024 is going to be another major impact year, right? And so those of you that have prophetic people in your life, listen, there's only one voice in the spirit. And if you are tuned in and if you have ears to hear, we're all hearing the same thing. We may say it differently. We may express it differently, but I wanted to lay that down. So now last year, watch this now because we're building something. Last year, when we came into 2023, we were instructed not to make a mad dash into 2023, meaning that we weren't to get into that frenzy and that rush and the hype that we have at the beginning of the Gregorian year, right? So when I used to teach years ago about entering a new year, I used to teach back in the days of deliverance ministries about the spirit of Janus. That's where we get our English words janitor for, which is the guardian or the angel of doorways and the angels of portals, right? The angels like the janitor, that's controls doorways, hallways, cleaning, all that kind of thing. The spirit of Janus was there to block entryway, to block us in from coming in fully into crossing over into a portal. So we're not making a mad dash. That was 2023. I want you to hear this. And then we were instructed to meditate and embody certain words. And those of you that are in SSL, you understand somatics, you understand sound vibration, sound frequency, and that is the power of what comes out of your mouth. It's the power of what you're speaking out of the depths of your inner being. And in 2024, you're going to become skilled and you're going to become a master at learning how to raise your vibrational frequency and how to project that even with what you say out of your mouth. So watch this. There were words, and I want you to write this down. You may have to come back and listen to the replay, that we were instructed to embrace and embody because we're going to build on that. And they were words like easy, gentle. Can you see how these words it sort of anchors you? It starts centering you. It starts grounding you and having you to be solid and strong. Easy, gentle, kind, lighthearted. I feel that very strongly. Lighthearted, playful, curious, adventurous, rest, surrender, grace, truth with a capital T, receive. And then our mantra for the year, all is well. This is when we activated the All is Well challenge, right? What was happening for us is that we were being prepared to be able to come into 24 to 2030 and be able to build. But watch this, beloved. This is why I said, if you didn't get this word last year, you need this. That was the word that began to prep us and lay the foundation on how to let go, how to release, how to come out of the head, how to drop down into the heart, into your spirit, and flow from there. So, mandate number one for 2024, this major impact year. And I remember like 20 years, ago, we used to, say little cute things and make things rhyme. Like there's an open door in 24. You're going to get more in 24 and all of that. Well, all of that may be true. It's not about how fancy we can say something, but as much as you get the real truth of what's going on. So each day that we come over the next 7 days, I'm going to be laying down what we are using to build upon, to elevate, to increase in this year 2024, which is a universal number 8 year. And the first thing I want to tell you about this universal number 8, for those of you all that are in the European Christian background and know Christian spiritual numerology, we always say that the number 8 represents new beginning, all right? It represents transition. It represents being fat, being able to have weight to you, being able to multiply, to produce. We're going to talk much more about that as we go on. But I want to lay this down, first of all. So we are building on where we've been. So now the soil has been toiled. And if you weren't here last year, no worries. You just get in and pick one of those words that ground you, one of those words that anchor you, right? One of those words that anchor you, and start living and vibrating that. For us, right, it's all about rest. We did a lot of receiving, activating the energy to receive. And where did we rest? All is well, and there's only abundance. So that's the foundation we laid. Now we're building. Number one, mandate number one for 2024 is that I heard what was spoken, and I was sensing how we were to enter, according to the Gregorian calendar. Even if you've been there, watch this. We were to enter this year focused and consecrated. Now, we're not talking about the hype of focus. Like it's the new year, I'm going to get started. Use that for what it will give you, for what it will allow you to be motivated in. But you have to go beyond that because you need something that's going to sustain you throughout the whole year. We're entering this year focused and consecrated. Y'all talk back to me, some of my real folks, right, that know. How many of you remember back in the day when we were instructed to live a consecrated life? Happy New Year, Shamika. Love you, love you, love you, right? Great grand rising to you, Flora Martin. Happy New Year. Great grand rising to you as well, right? Focus and consecrated. We're talking about living a consecrated life. Now watch this. This is the word of the Lord to you, right? Right? I know that we are living in a time where people are practicing authenticity, right? But you don't hear a lot about consecration. But still, there's a lot to be said about consecration, and that's where we're going to land and focus. Now, watch this. The word consecrate means to make or declare sacred. So coming out, see, everything I do flows and run in because I stay tapped in, right? So we came out. I was prepping you coming out of 23 into how to embrace your sacred self-worth, right? So listen, this is what's going to be imperative because everything you do, it works from the inside out, from the inside out, from the inside out. It's not about having the right moves and hooking up with the right people if what's in you is not well, if what's in you is not inspired. So listen, our first mandate is to enter now focused inward and consecrated. Watch this, to make or declare sacred. So you know that as an all-powerful being in this 3D realm, you have the power to decide and to decree, as the writer of Job tells us, right? So we want to declare and set aside our life, our body, our finances, our purpose, our spiritual assignment. You want to put it aside this year as sacred. You want to declare that. And that word declare, decree, means to legislate, to set law, to govern law. And then we're going to get into how to set up the right support and the right boundaries for you as you move forward, to set aside, to dedicate your life, your body, your finances, your purpose, your assignment, your relationships. We want to consecrate it this year. We want to decree and set it aside as sacred, right? As sacred, sacred unto God, sacred unto the God that is within you, right? You want to honor and venerate it. That's the first thing. Now, when we go into 2024 consecrated, you are saying to everything in the 3D realm, 4, 5D realm, listen, I'm ready to come into divine alignment and agreement with my life purpose, with my finances, with my bodies. Listen, we're going to get to more of this later. This is going to be a major impact for many of you financially because you're coming in this year focused and consecrated. You're going to see your finances go to a dimension that you've never experienced in your life. And I'm raising both hands because I'm receiving that as well. You're going to see ideal relationships come into play this year. As you come in, focused and consecrated, you know that your assignment is sacred. You're not going to play the games that you played before. I said to someone yesterday, right, and I heard this line from the movie The Matrix that said when Neo was trying to decide if he was going to stay, if he was going to go, and Morpheus says to him, you don't want to go down that road. You don't want to go down that corridor. You've been down there before and you know where it leads. And I want to say that to you with everything. Beloved, the cycle, the pattern, the choices, you've been down that road before. And I want to be your spiritual success mentor. I want to be your friend, your buddy, your helper, to walk alongside you as a co-creator, to help support you in 2023. And what did we say yesterday? If you don't change what you believe, you cannot change what you receive. How many of y'all talk back to me? How many of y'all can say, Dr. E, this has been my experience. I keep hitting these little pockets where I'll get a breakthrough, I'll get a blessing, or something comes through. But my life as a whole is at a mundane, average, same old level. Listen to me, beloved. When we begin to honor what we are being told in 2024, right? Your life is going to go to a whole nother level, right? It's going to go to a whole new existence of reality. So we are first mandate, consecrate. Now, we're not just talking about fasting and praying, right? And you're not just doing something to appease or please God. This focus and this consecration, write this down, is about alignment, and it's about you. It's about you. It's about divine alignment into what has already been. So if we were laying down sacred texts, right, you already have all things that pertain to life and godliness. Everything is already given. Listen, you already have a yes. You have a green light. This is the first thing. It would do no good for me to start off telling you everything that's going to happen in 3D, what's being set up, what you're going to look out for, if you are not prepared. Because if I start there with everything that's going to happen in 3D, that's only going to have you in fear, despair, depression, doom and gloom, right? But when I set you up, and when you hear all that is being released and set up for this year, and you know how to align yourself, center yourself, ground yourself, focus yourself, it doesn't matter what's going on out there. So mandate, focus, and consecrate it. So when we talk about consecrating, and we're talking about shifting in our activities, right? Some of you already made the declaration, right? And we don't, call it a New Year's resolution, because the energy around that is very weak. It doesn't last. Statistics has proven by the third week of January, they'll call it Blue Monday, because so many people are depressed. New Year's resolutions are out the door. So in terms of consecration, you really want to this year honor your body, right? Set it aside as holy, consecrate it. This is the year you're going to let go of all the things you know are making you sick, physically, mentally, emotionally, relationally, and financially. We're learning how to let go, how to release. The consecration is for you. You want to lighten up in the body for the next 7 days. If you haven't already done it, you've been getting the inkling coming out of 23. This grace for consecration has been with us since the fall of 2023. And that is when we come into the new year according to God's calendar. It's been with us. So you may have already come in at a bare minimum, beloved. Let go of all the soothing, feel-good things and focus on what's going to make your body feel well. I'm doing it as well. We want to feel better, do better, look better. So mandate number one, we're coming in focused. We're coming in consecrated. Lighten up that body. Get into your fruits, your vegetables, your vitamins, your tonics, all of that. And we'll be sharing more of that as we go along, right? So what I want to do for us, right? We are going into this year and we're only going to be here. I said I was going to be here 20, 30 minutes. But then I said I will be here as long as necessary. I want to take your questions this week. I want to take your concerns this week. I want to interact with you this week as we start laying down. I have so much more to release. So tomorrow, bring your friends, bring your buddies, let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. And I want you guys, two things before we go today, is that, and I want to make sure you got your notes now. I want to make sure you took your notes. I'm going to get in the comment section and we're going to talk back and forth. And I want you to let me know right now in the comment section if you are already set yourself aside in some type of consecration going forward, at least for the next 7 to 14 days, right? 7 to 30 days, because you know my saying, 30 days you can create a new mindset. Write it down. A new habit, 30 days you could create a new habit. 60 days you can create a new lifestyle, right? And in 90 days, you can have a new lifestyle. So 30 days, a new mindset, 60 days, a new mindset, in 90 days, a new lifestyle, right? So what I want to do, beloved, if you're not already here, I want to invite you to join me in the Spiritual Success Transformation Training Program for 2024. We are enrolling now. And if you go here to this, this website, you can join us and you can get all the information about what we're going to be doing in the spiritual success community over the next 12 months. Who's going to be in your ear for the next year? Go there and join us. And also, I only do this twice a year when we are coming into the new year, at the head of the year in the fall, and at the Gregorian calendar. We are sowing seed. I don't always do this, but I do this 2, maybe 3 times a year the most, but we are sowing seed. So if you want to join us, you're going to get tremendous saving. And I'm going to work with you. If you need to talk to me, inbox me, message me. Let's set something up and let's get moving. Let's get going. And if you are sowing seed, that $89 or that $98 seed, we're going to talk more about that, because we want to understand the energy that we are creating around 2024. So we want to sow that $98 seed, which also brings us to, again, the number 8, right? And as we go on this week, you're going to see more about what to do for that number 8. And those are the ways that you can give right there. Those are the ways that you can give. Right, you can go through PayPal, type in that whole link, copy and paste that, do the https://paypal.me/Ilona Sand. Cash App is Ilona Sanders $, and Zelle is the email address, warpraise@aol.com. And you're going to sow that $98 seed or an $89 seed, which will bring us again to a universal number 8. And we're going to talk more about that as we go along. So, beloved, we're so thankful and grateful for this time. You have any questions, any thoughts, any comments? How many of y'all are consecrating right now? How many of y'all are setting yourself aside, getting everything in order and grounded? Trust me, stay with me. Go through these 7 days with me, and we are going to release some powerful things that's going to have you ready and prepared. Right? From 2024 to 2030, you're going to be focused. You're going to get confidence. You're going to get clarity. And we're going to be so, so blessed in our doing. All right, lovelies, I'm going to release you. Some of you guys still have to get out. Some of you may have to even work today. But welcome, welcome, welcome to 2024. All right, lovelies, have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. Bye now.